Hello there. Welcome to Blockchain Nuts and Bolts. If you have come here peculiarly looking for this question of where do I start learning blockchain, I can assure you that you have come at the right place. The next about 10 minutes will be giving you a basic idea, a basic roadmap of how to go about on a blockchain journey. Let me tell you, the journey of learning the blockchain technology is going to be a little long, unless otherwise you are pretty familiar with the basic IT concepts, with the basic computer concepts, with the basic networking concepts. Without wasting much time, I'll immediately come to the areas that I advise you to focus on. First of all, read the Satoshi paper. Now, what is Satoshi paper? Now, Satoshi paper is one which is titled Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. This was uploaded at this particular site that you see on the screen, and this is one paper which is 9 pages only, and this was the evolutionary paper that gave us blockchain, gave us Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin is an application of blockchain. Therefore, whenever you speak or whenever you read about blockchain, you will inherently hear or read Bitcoin also. So, for the onset, I assume that you have basic computer knowledge and you are basically from the IT background. So, if you read this paper, I am sure after the first few pages things will start getting complicated because it is just 9 pages and it expects a lot of background from you. But no need to worry, you just go through it. You have one read of this and you move ahead. Getting confused or not able to understand is the first step to the clarity on subject. That's what I believe. Never hurry up to understand. We all have different assimilation levels. So, what I expect is that don't hurry up, that you will not be able to assimilate the blockchain concepts in totality overnight, maybe over a week, over a month. I take it that you will take some time. So, be very deliberate on whatever concepts you take or whatever concepts you read throughout your journey in the blockchain. As I mention ahead, the capacity to learn is a gift, the ability to learn is a skill, the willingness to learn is a choice, and the most important part in your journey will be consistency. Consistency is the key. So, I'll again repeat, don't hurry up to understand. Don't try to understand everything. Sometimes it is not meant to be understood, just accept it. Don't worry. But you just jump into the sea. If you are actually serious about learning blockchain, you just have to jump into the sea, irrespective of whether you know swimming or not. I can assure you, if you are consistent, you will not drown and you will not fall back. The other thing apart, as you move ahead after reading that paper, is get savvy with Linux if you are not. The basic commands, basic handling of the interface, the basic getting your hands dirty with the CLI and commands in a Linux environment will be very handy whenever you jump or whenever you start assimilating the blockchain concepts and start doing the practical part. I can assure you that if you are not aware of Linux, there will be teething troubles, but let's not worry about that. There are basically, if I say, about 10 to 15 or maybe about 20 commands that you should be conversant with in a Linux environment, and I look forward that I place one video which will be peculiar to Linux handling into this journey, which will be the commands and the interfaces that will be typically used in simulating blockchain platforms, etc. So I'll make you familiar with those. The other thing is basic networking concepts. Now, without getting a know-how of what networking is all about, what is a distributed computing, or what is a P2P, or what is a client server architecture, etc., what is a IP address, how do you configure them, what are subnets, etc., you should be aware of all those concepts, basic networking commands in a Linux environment again. Then get savvy with scripting. Now, when I say scripting, it doesn't mean that you have to be a programmer, but you have to be aware of what scripting means and where all you can do this scripting. So one very well-known application that I use is Vim/VI editor. Apart from this, you can also look forward for some kind of Sublime, wherein you will be able to do little bit of scripting. Then the other most important part is cryptography. Cryptography is the backbone in any blockchain. Hashing algorithms, encryption, decryption, public keys, private keys, etc. And a number of algorithms which are used in multiple blockchains. If I can say for the next about 10-15 videos that I plan to upload, they will be peculiar to Bitcoin. And Bitcoin again, when we speak or when we discuss about Bitcoins, anytime it is all and all cryptography. And so you should be aware of the basic commands, and I'll be taking on these commands in separate videos. The another thing that will be handy will be using virtual machines. If you have a PC, you should always be aware of what virtual machines are, because whenever you start learning, blockchain is not theory that you read a book and you get familiar with the internals and the nuts and bolts of blockchain. No, till such time you basically populate nodes, basically do transactions, basically read blocks, till such time you will not be able to actually get hands on with the blockchain. And for this you should have basic idea of what virtual machines are, how they work, so that in a typical laptop environment with a high end little 16 GB or 32 GB RAM kind of an environment, you are able to actually play with virtual machines. You can create nodes, you can populate nodes. Then another addition to the list that I have mentioned till now is basics of finite mathematics. Now why are we saying finite mathematics here? It is just not the normal algebra that we'll be working upon. To give you a small reason of why we'll be using finite maths, or why not me per se, why the Bitcoin or any blockchain, it uses finite mathematics because of a certain reason, because of some limitations in the regular algebra. That is, if you on a typical Python screen you go and type 0.1 plus 0.2, what answer are you expecting? It is not 0.3. You can check it yourself. One screenshot that I have shown you is from my terminal, and there is a reason behind it. So you can just go through of why this reason is there, why is it not simply 0.3, and for these peculiar reasons and other limitations that I'll not be mentioning here, but there are limitations. So basically the elliptical curve cryptography, which is the backbone again in Bitcoin, uses finite mathematics. Then is another very important concept you should be well versed with is binary, octadecimals, hexa numbers converting to each other. So whenever we dissect a block in a Bitcoin blockchain that I'll be mentioning here or I'll be taking on in the other videos, the thing is that every data that is stored inside a block is in form of a hex format. And when I say hex format, they are simply in terms of A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They're those combination of numbers that we have. And there will be imminent use of converting from big endian to small endian, or converting from binary to decimal, or decimal to octa, or octa to hexadecimal. So you should be just aware, generally aware of what these numbers are and how they get converted to each other. Then moving further, the other important part is understanding hex editors. Now whatever you see on the screen right now is a simple screenshot of a block, of the first block, block 0, or the genesis block of Bitcoin blockchain. Herein you see there are it is a jumbled, at the first glance it looks like a jumbled jumbled set of characters, but no, there is a lot of information inside, and to read this information to a manually readable kind of a thing, we need hex editors. So just get familiar with what hex editors are and how they do the things. It is pretty easy, but for a first you have to download, you have to experiment. When just use any hex editor that comes across your way, or which you get familiar with, or you find the interface easy. Then another thing is basic Python. Now again, I am not expecting here that one has to be absolutely a Python expert. No, with basic Python he should be able to read a Python code, he should be able to do some basic coding, and then following up is a good machine. you need a good machine. You simply can't do something without 16 GB RAM, because if you are playing with anything about 4 GB or 8 GB etc., you will not be able to do justice to a simulation. Justice to a simulation means you should be able to run about 2 3 maybe 4 virtual machines, Linux or Windows, wherein you can just simulate various clients and then populate nodes and populate the distributed ledger as you do the transaction. So this is just one reference, or this can be taken on to much higher levels. Then a continuous thing is that keep reading good journals, keep reading good informative blogs, and there is absolutely no dearth of it. And of course, at the end of the presentation I'll be recommending you few links, and these are just reference links, but for the sake here, keep reading good journal papers and follow informative blogs. So this has to be consistent. You cannot be like you read few good journals and papers for few days. No, it has to be continuous. For the complete duration of your journey, you have to be updated of what new things are evolving in blockchain. See, this is a evolving technology. So much is happening in this domain, and so many new concepts are coming daily. If not daily, maybe weekly or monthly, there are new concepts which are coming. Then YouTube is a sea of information. Just look out for any channels on YouTube and start dedicating some time to it, maybe 1 hour, 2 hours, or whenever you are driving or traveling somewhere, or maybe you're sitting, just hear out whatever so many informative channels are giving. And again, I'll not be very peculiar to any kind of channel, but yes, you start looking out, and whatever small videos are there, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes, and there are absolutely good meat kind of a thing, videos which are giving you absolutely good information, and you can just repeatedly hear it, or maybe you can keep exploring new videos, so that once you start getting a hang of the blockchain concepts, the blockchain technologies, you can start connecting the dots. Tools and platform, of course there are many, and for a reference here, for a small example, I have listed out few like Ganache, Remix, Wallet, the MetaMask Wallet, Kovan Test Network, etc. Now Bitcoin Faucets, these are just few that I have mentioned here, otherwise there is no dearth of it. And for most of the part that I have exposed myself to, apart from all these, I'll be taking on respective different videos, wherein I'll be doing the simulations and showing you all the gimmicks of how to do or how to simulate a blockchain. And so there are many more such simulated blockchains and platforms. One good platform is Multichain. Now Multichain is absolutely like a Bitcoin. It is a fork of a Bitcoin blockchain. So whatever thing we read or you read in various Bitcoin forums or blogs or books, you will be absolutely able to connect it with Multichain, because absolutely they use absolutely the same terminology, the same technology, and the same kind of transactions and population of nodes or encryption, decryptions, etc., and the scripts like just in Bitcoin. Now the next about 8-9 slides, I'll be focusing on what books I have read, and these books are just for reference. And it is not like that you buy all these books at one go. You choose your book. You can have a preview kind of a thing from various websites, so that you come to get a hang of what books are meant for what content. Each one, the index is available freely on Amazon or maybe on any websites, on open websites. So I'll just take on these books, and I'll just explain you in brief, one maybe 2 lines on each of the books that I have read and I am currently reading also. Now this is one of the foundation books, Mastering Bitcoin. This is an absolute beauty of a book. Andreas Antonopoulos. This book is absolutely a beginner's thing, but by the end, when you reach the last chapter, you will be somewhere getting actually hang of what Bitcoin is, what the complete Bitcoin ecosystem is. Then apart from the Bitcoin blockchain, there is another Ethereum blockchain you must have heard, I am sure. So this is another book by the same author, but this is peculiar to Ethereum. Then this is one of my favorites, wherein I also started with the first edition, then the second edition. This is by Imran Bashir, and he has also come up with now with the third edition, again with the same title, Mastering Blockchain, and third edition. So this is an absolute, again from scratch. The author builds up very good foundations, and then he comes on to grow up, comes on to give out the details and mechanics of blockchain. Then, as I said earlier, cryptography is the key element here in blockchain. So this is one good book. Otherwise, you can just look out for any other many cryptography books. Attack of the 50-foot blockchain, David Gerard. Yes, this is one light book. Then this is peculiar to Ethereum and smart contracts. Now smart contracts are peculiar to Ethereum and not to Bitcoin. So this is again a useful addition, but I can advise you that in case you are just beginning your journey, you do not directly come here. You just first of all you get your hang of the ecosystem, maybe start with the Bitcoin or Ethereum blockchain, and then you can arrive here and start doing some programming in smart contracts with Solidity, etc. Now this is another book by Kelly Rosenbaum, Broking Bitcoin. This again gives out the internal mechanics of Bitcoin blockchain. This is one of the first books that I had about few years back by Don Tapscott, a very famous book. If you have not heard of it, I'm strongly advise that you just read it. Now this book is not peculiar to a technology or simulations, etc. This book is peculiar to what blockchain can do in so many other domains. Then this is building blockchain projects, more of a practical kind of a book for Ethereum. VI and Vim editors. Now this is, as I said, would be required for building up the basics of scripting. Then this is one very fine book, but relatively unpopular, by Mr. Vijay Mukhi. He is unfortunately no more. This book is completely practical oriented, completely Python based. It has got approximately about 500 plus Python codes which you can directly attempt to practice and understand the mechanics of Bitcoin. An absolutely exhaustive book. It is about 900 pages and more. Then small Python, a beginner Python book will do to start your journey. And the links that follow now, these are random links that I have been using, that I have bookmarked, but I have just assembled them here, and there is no seniority or there is no kind of sequence that you might follow. You just randomly click them and you come to know of what is there. It may be related to Explorer, it may be related to a calculator or a big calculator, or finding out hash. These are just randomly identified links. So just have a look at this. I'll be sharing the presentation below the this video. And if you have started this journey, the key point is never stop learning. Never stop learning. There will not be a day, let me tell you, there will not be a day that you complete your blockchain essentials and you are absolutely thorough with blockchain. The domain is evolving, so are the platforms, so are the simulation sources, so are the various options which are evolving in the domain. So it is a continuous journey. It is going to be a continuous journey, non-stop. And the best part is that for most part of it, in case you seriously are pursuing the journey and you are consistent in your vigor to learn the technology, everything is open source. For last about 4.5 years that I have been exploring this absolutely beautiful domain, most of it, in fact if not most of it, 100% of it, whatever I have learned is absolutely available open source. The books, the of course I had to purchase the white papers, they are there, the journal papers, they are there, and so many beautiful and good videos on YouTube. So there is no end to it. You just jump and just start pursue your journey. So herewith I come to the end of this video. Thanks for watching, and my intent is that after this video, over a period of maybe about 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I'll start uploading videos peculiar to all these the internal components of the blockchain. Thank you very much.